Courts are known for being places where justice is served and legal battles are fought. These legal battles are often filled with emotion, drama, and intense moments that leave everyone in the courtroom on edge. Throughout history, there have been several dramatic moments that have unfolded in courtrooms around the world. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the most dramatic moments ever in court. Yeah, you heard it right. The Simpson trial. Perhaps one of the most well-known and dramatic trials in history was the O.J. Simpson trial. In 1995, O.J. Simpson was charged with the murder of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman. The trial was televised, and millions of people tuned in to watch the drama unfold. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when Simpson tried on a pair of gloves that were found at the crime scene. The gloves didn't fit, and Simpson's attorney famously said, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." The trial ended with Simpson being acquitted of the murders, but the drama surrounding the case has continued to this day. The Nuremberg Trials. The Nuremberg Trials were a series of military tribunals held after World War II to prosecute the leaders of Nazi Germany. The trials were held in Nuremberg, Germany, and were presided over by judges from the Allied powers. The trials were incredibly dramatic, as the defendants were some of the most notorious figures in history. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when Hermann Göring, the highest-ranking Nazi on trial, took the stand. Göring was a charismatic and confident speaker, and his testimony was filled with drama and emotion. Despite his efforts, Göring was found guilty and sentenced to death. The Scopes Monkey Trial. The Scopes Monkey Trial was a landmark trial in American history. In 1925, a teacher named John Scopes was charged with teaching evolution in a Tennessee public school, which was illegal at the time. The trial was a battle between science and religion, and it captured the attention of the nation. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when Clarence Darrow, Scopes' attorney, called William Jennings Bryan, the prosecutor, and a prominent Christian leader, to the stand. Darrow grilled Bryan on his religious beliefs and made him look foolish in front of the jury. Although Scopes was found guilty, the trial helped pave the way for the teaching of evolution in American schools. The Trial of Saddam Hussein. The trial of Saddam Hussein was a dramatic and historic moment in the aftermath of the Iraq War. Saddam Hussein was charged with crimes against humanity for his role in the killing of more than 140 Shiite Muslims in 1982. The trial was filled with drama, as Saddam Hussein was a defiant and proud figure. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when one of the witnesses, a survivor of the massacre, stood up and pointed at Saddam Hussein, shouting, "He's the one who did it." Saddam Hussein was found guilty and sentenced to death, which was carried out in 2006. The Trial of Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, and his trial was one of the most dramatic moments in court. Bundy was charged with the murder of 2 young women in Florida, and the trial was filled with tension and emotion. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when Bundy acted as his own attorney and cross-examined one of the witnesses. Bundy was a skilled speaker and was able to manipulate the witness and cast doubt on her testimony. Despite his efforts, Bundy was found guilty and sentenced to death. The Trial of Rodney King. The trial of Rodney King was a defining moment in the history of police brutality in the United States. In 1991, Rodney King, an African-American man, was brutally beaten by 4 white police officers after a high-speed chase. The incident was captured on video and sparked outrage across the country. The trial of the officers was filled with drama, as the defense argued that the officers were acting in self-defense. One of the most dramatic moments in the trial occurred when the video of the beating was played in court. The video showed King being repeatedly beaten with batons while he was on the ground. The officers were acquitted, which led to riots in Los Angeles that lasted for several days. The Trial of Galileo Galilei. The Trial of Galileo Galilei was a historic moment in the history of science and religion. Galileo was a prominent astronomer who supported the heliocentric model of the solar system, which placed the sun at the center and the Earth in orbit around it. This was in direct opposition to the prevailing geocentric model of the time, which placed the Earth at the center of the solar system. Galileo's views were considered heretical by the Catholic Church, and he was charged with heresy in 1633. The trial was filled with drama, as Galileo was forced to recant his views and was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The trial demonstrated the tension between science and religion and the consequences of challenging the prevailing beliefs of the time. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.